Okay, so it's been a while. Let me explain this intro a little bit more. For the past 3.5 weeks, my PC has been suffering from hardware issues. At least I didn't know it was suffering from hardware issues from them. So it was working for many months, like 6 or 8 months until this happened. At first it just turned off. At first I thought that was really strange, but I didn't really think too much of it and just write it off, which was a big mistake on my part. Because the next day after that happened, it happened again. And as the days went on by, it kept on happening more often, which eventually led to a blue screen of death. And I still remember the error code I got from that, which was IQRL less or more equal than or something. So I looked up the error code, and after reading everything I could about the error code, it could have been a software issue or driver issue. So this is what I did. I update my Windows, I update any driver I could, and it worked for a little bit. Actually, it actually worked. A day or two later, it happens again, and I was like, "Oh God, please!" No! So after that happened, I got a different error code, and I looked that error code up, and so I was like, "Okay." So I did more software troubleshooting, and eventually, after lots of troubleshooting, and it happens again, I eventually decided to reinstall Windows. And guess what happened? It worked for a little bit. Day or two later, when I got another blue screen, but this time it was much more severe. I couldn't log back into Windows at the time, and that was a huge red flag. So after messing with it for a little bit, I eventually got into Windows and immediately looked up my problem. I didn't follow the error code because I didn't think that was happening. And when I was researching, I eventually came upon it could be a hardware issue that my computer was facing, which I did not want to believe at the time. So I decided to go get a USB stick and download from another computer software that I could actually test my hardware on, like MemTest 86 to test the RAM sticks, and some other tests to test for anything else. It all came back completely okay. It was basically telling me that there was no hardware issues on my computer. Yeah, in my computer, which was very strange. At least I was shocked to see that, and I was a little bit stunned. But after I reset my computer after those hardware tests, my computer just magically started working again for like 2 or 3 days. And I was like, what just happened? It just gone just like that? They said, okay, it just went with it, which again was a big mistake on my part. Because after those 2 or 3 days, it happened again, and I was like, okay. And after some more troubleshooting, I eventually decided it's time to maybe go to a PC repair place. Which I did. I took my computer to somebody. After 2 or 3 days later, he calls me back and tells me, so he was able to narrow it down to 3 components. It was a hardware issue, he confirmed, but he was able to narrow it down to 3 components: the RAM stick, the CPU, or the motherboard. He told me he couldn't test those components because they didn't have anything that can replace those things or swipe out to test them. So he gave it back to me free of charge, which was sweet, free of charge, but also I need to troubleshoot it more to figure out to finally fix the problem. Replace the RAM stick, see if that works. Replace the CPU and see if that works. Then replace the motherboard, see if that works. The CPU was one of the most expensive things, so I did not want to replace my CPU at all. So I decided to go out of order and buy the RAM sticks and motherboard and replace those. Once I did that and tested it, guess what happened? Another blue screen of death. Which was quite sad when I saw that. Because I knew the reason why all of this was happening for the past 3.5 weeks was because of the CPU. My CPU was like malfunctioning for some reason. So when the CPU came in and I put it back, the CPU in, voila. After those 3 weeks of trying to figure out the problem was, the computer worked, I had to reinstall Windows again and everything, and bam, it just worked. Which made me very happy, because finally, I can start making videos again, which is the one you're watching right now. And unfortunately, through these past many weeks, I tried everything I could, which also meant I formatted my hard drives and SSDs, which left me with nothing. So I had to re-download all my software and everything. So basically, all the stuff I made from my previous videos were just gone, so I didn't have anything. So yeah, that's what's been happening to me for these past 3 weeks, which finally I can upload videos again. But don't worry, I still have videos in the works right now. I want to tell you one of these videos. One of the videos is moving consoles to PCs, and yeah, so I'm back into making videos again. So I'll see you guys next time.
Shut the enemy down. You're first. Are you happy? You killed everyone. Don't do this outside the crew.